Hello, everybody. Coach Luis here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. It is time for Functional Fitness Friday and guided breathing. Are you ready? Let's jump into it. All right, guys. So today what we're going to be doing workout structure-wise, we're going to be doing 4 different intervals for 3 rounds. That's going to be our first part. And then we're going to finish up with a 2-minute AMRAP. Basically getting as many reps in as possible in that final 2 minutes, going for a nice little burnout before we get into our guided breathing. So movements that we're going to be focused on today, guys, it's mostly going to be centered around the lower body. And specifically, we're going to work on one leg at a time, building up a lot of unilateral strength. What we're going to need here today, guys, some space. I definitely want you guys to have a chair. I got a couch here behind me, so that's going to serve as my kind of chair. Want kind of a regular height chair, guys, about 18, 20 inches. We're going to be using that to kind of go up and down. We're going to be doing some single leg squats, but we're going to sit down on a chair. So if you guys don't have a chair or a pillow around, take a moment, go grab a chair, go find a spot that has a chair. That's what we're going to be using today. So first movement, you can also use the chairs for support, but what we're going to be doing is a single leg RDL. So with one foot planted, that knee slightly bent, we're going to push those hips back, come into a position that looks like this. I got my knee bent, a lot of tension in the hamstrings and the glutes. I'm going to squeeze hamstrings and glutes, bring myself all the way up. We're going to work on one side at a time, you guys, and I got the trusty dumbbells here. If you want to load this movement up, that can also sometimes help with the stability. However, if you guys are feeling shaky, I definitely want you to have a hand on something so we can really focus on getting the movement right versus loading it or feeling like we can make that jump. If you're really shaky, go ahead and just put a hand on something. That could be the wall, that could be your chair, that could be a piece of furniture nearby, that could be your dowel. I want you guys to be safe with this one here today. So we're going to do RDL, both legs. Then we're going to do a single leg sit to stand. So again, dependent on the chair height, you might have to put a pillow down in order to get a comfortable height that you guys are going to go down to. But we're going to plant one leg. We're going to bend that leg, come down, sit all the way down, and then power ourselves all the way up just with one leg. So the other one's hovering, slowly bringing ourselves down, pushing ourselves all the way up. If you guys want to challenge yourselves a little more, you guys can just touch your tail to the chair and then spring yourself back up. Don't let your weight sit all the way down in the seat of that chair. So those are our 2 movements, guys, that we're going to be going through one at a time for each leg. Again, 3 rounds. We're going to work for 45 seconds and then rest and transition for 15. We're going to do that. It's going to give us about 12 minutes, and then we'll close out with that 2-minute AMRAP. And for the 2-minute AMRAP today, guys, we're going to be working on our single leg push-ups. Now, if you guys have been in this class before, you guys know what these are about. I'll show you guys real quick. One leg up at a time. Again, this can also be done from a kneeling position. So both knees are down. We lift one knee up. That's what we're going to be doing. 1 minute for one side and 1 minute for the other side there at the end. So I hope I've explained that adequately enough. Let's go ahead and get into our warm-up here for today. So find your space. What we're going to start off with is a nice slow march. So getting our hips involved, driving one knee forward, letting the other glute squeeze really hard, hanging out on one leg for a sec, and then let's switch. Really important that we drive that knee up, that we get the ankle, the foot involved. Balancing on one leg. As we balance on that leg, squeeze that glute super hard. That's what's going to stabilize the back of our pelvis there, our pelvis, and the lower back there, you guys. Super important to have that locked down as we're going to move through a hinging pattern today for the most part, and some squatting. All right, one more each side. Here we go. Drive, hold, balance on that foot, use that foot. Same deal, other side, last one. Balancing, keeping that arch up, good job. All right, you guys, next up is our hinge. Now, if you guys have the dowel handy, you can use the dowel or a foam roller sometimes to help us make sure that we are keeping our spine nice and straight as we move. So I'll give you guys a good view here. Holding the dowel to the back of my head and the back of my pelvis. What I'm going to do here is keep it there, keep the core tight, hinge over, until my hamstrings can't go anymore while the pull is still connected, and then come all the way back up. Again, if you don't have this, we're just gonna go by feel, pushing the hips back like we're trying to close the car door, having the back nice and flat, and then squeezing the glutes, bringing the hips back under us. So let's do a few more of these. Got to get this pattern warmed up as we're going to be doing the single leg version here in a minute. Good job, you guys. Good job. Big glute squeeze. Bring it forward. Let's do one more forceful one. Make it a little bit quicker. Big squeeze. There we go. Good job. Good job. Okay. Enough of that warm up. We're feeling pretty warm. Let's go ahead and get this workout started. Oop, dial fell down. That's okay. All right, everybody. So we're going to be working for about 14 minutes here, all in all. Starting with the RDLs, we're going to start with our right leg, then move on to the left. Then it's going to be our single leg squat with the chair. So make sure you guys have all your stuff ready to go here. 3 rounds, starting in 3, 2, 1. All right. So right leg planted here, you guys. Remember, totally okay to use support as we go here. We want to feel the hamstrings lengthen out. We want to feel that glute squeeze as we bring those hips all the way back under the body. Sometimes we can get too concentrated on that movement and not bring ourselves all the way up. Good job. We got about 15 seconds left. Big squeeze every time. Good job. You guys can see I'm using some dumbbells to help load this movement a little bit. That's optional here today. And time. All right, guys, good work, good work. One leg down, one leg to go here in the first round. Let's plant that left foot. Make sure we got room behind us for that right leg to swing. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We got the knee bent. We're pushing back, using that glute and the core, staying nice and solid. We're just moving from the hip here, you guys. Good, there we go. Good job, guys. Don't be afraid to use that support. Don't use it to power yourself up. Let the hip do all the work there. We just want the support to make sure that we're not gonna lose our balance or fall over. Well done, you guys, well done. We are almost done with this interval. And time. Good job, you guys, good job. All right, next up is that single leg squat. So let's get in front of our chair or whatever we're going to be using. Remember, we're sitting all the way down and we're powering ourselves back up. Right leg, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself down. You can sit down and then drive through that heel. Bring yourself all the way up. Good job, guys, good job. If you're a beginner with this one, you guys, it might be a little bit easier to let yourself down with one leg and then use 2 to power yourself back up. So that's always an option. Remember, we want to be sustainable with this workout. We want to be able to do something that we'll still be able to do in the 3rd round. So make smart choices around that. We're almost done here, guys. Really building up single leg strength here today. And time. Good work, good work. Let's shake it out. Left leg coming up next. Let's have that foot planted. The arch is up. We're using those toes. We're gonna get it going in 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself down. Power back up. Good job, you guys. And even though we're not loaded and we're kind of sitting down and relaxing for a moment, it doesn't mean we have to turn off the core muscles. We want to keep those nice and on. Reinforce that good squat pattern that we've built up for ourselves. This is just a single leg version. Good job, you guys, good job. Killing it, we got 10 seconds left. And time. Nice work, everybody. Nice work. That is the end of round one. My legs are already feeling a little bit juiced up. All right, we got the right leg RDL coming up next. Let's get ready for it. Let's plant that foot. All right, guys, it's time to go. Let's get moving. Plant that foot, hinging over, pretending that we got a stick on our back. Got to keep the contact with that stick, head to tail. Good work, guys. Good work. Keep that arch up as we move. Good. We're almost done. We got 10 seconds. Only go as far as you're comfortable with going with that hamstring. You don't have to get parallel to the ground. Just do what you can. And time. Good work, you guys. Good work. Shake it out here for a moment. We got the left leg coming up next. We're starting here in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, time for that left side. Here we go. Take a moment, find that balance if you need to. Good. Remember, our legs aren't always going to be symmetrical, so make it work with what you have here on both sides. That looks a little different. That's okay. We want to stay safe here. Well done. Well done. Got about 10 seconds. Let's keep working those glutes, working those hamstrings. And time. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. All right, find that spot in front of your chair, in front of your piece of furniture. Right leg coming up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sit it all the way down just on that one leg. Use that one leg, power yourself back up. Good job, guys. Good job. Breathing as we go. Trying to control it all the way. We're not letting that knee slide to the inside towards the arch, guys. Want to keep the knee going out. Pretend there's a wall that's right next to that right knee. Want to keep that right knee touching that wall or near that wall as we move. We're almost done. Couple more. Last one here. And time. Well done, you guys. Well done. Let's stand it up, shake it out. Right leg is probably feeling pretty worked right about now. Left leg's turn coming up here in a sec. 3, 2, 1. All right, we got the arch up. We're coming down. Nice and easy. You guys might also notice that planting the foot a certain distance away from whatever you're sitting down on might help. Good work, good work. Use those toes here, you guys. Good job, good job. Take it slow on your non-dominant side. We don't want to get better here. Want to eliminate asymmetries if we can. And that means building strength one limb at a time. And time. Good work there, you guys. Good work. All right, we are coming up on the third and final round here. We're going to do the same thing with the legs, and we'll hop into our single leg push-ups there at the end. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Right foot planted. We're doing our RDLs. There we go, you guys. Keep it nice and square to the ground. Remember, we have headlights on the fronts of our hips. We want to blind the ground every time we come down. No angles, no partial blindness. We want the full on, both headlights, square with the ground here. Good job, everybody. Good job. Knee slightly bent. Foot grip in the ground. We're almost done. And time. Well done, everybody. Well done. Hamstrings and glutes are probably feeling pretty awake by now. Let's go ahead and plant that left foot. Let's get ready for this final time. RDL on the left foot. Here we go. Let's get into it. Good. Remember, staying square to the ground. Core is tight. By now, we're just starting to hone in on the best form for us. Don't have to go fast. We want it to be quality. Building quality movement habits from home. Good. There we go. Starting to lock it in here, you guys. We're almost done. Couple more. Last one here. And time. Well done, well done. All right, you guys, back to our single leg squat. It's gonna be the right leg going first. Take a moment, grab water if you need to. We're starting here in 3, 2, 1. All right, right foot planted. Taking yourself down and then all the way back up. Don't get lazy, don't let that back round. We gotta keep the core tight. Have our upper body ready to receive any loading at any time. If someone just tossed, light kettlebell at you or something, you wouldn't be catching it with a rounded back. We'd be catching it and we'd be able to still power through this movement because everything's tight, everything's supported. Good job, you guys, good job. Use some force, push away from that ground, like we're Chuck Norris pushing the earth away from us. And time. Good job, you guys, good job. Way to work hard. Let's plant that other foot. Let's get ready for the final time that we're gonna do the single leg squat. Let's work out here today. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Down and up. Good, there we go. Good job, you guys, good job. Do the best you can. Good, working that left leg. Grip the ground as hard as you can. I know my foot's getting tired. Remember guys, after this, we got a 15-second rest. We're coming down to the ground for those single leg push-ups. It's gonna be a lot of push-ups here to end it. We're almost to that stage of rest. And time. All right, you guys, time to rest. Quick one though, let's find the ground, find your space. Final 2 minutes, 1 minute each, as many single leg push-ups as we can manage. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Remember guys, we have options here. If you're doing them from the knees, just lift one knee up. Remember, we're engaging the glute on that leg that we're holding up. The core is still tight. Just doing what we can. Using that chest and those triceps to push away from the ground. Now, as we come down, you guys squeeze in those armpits. That'll help us keep those shoulders away from the ears. Remember, take little breaks as necessary. It's almost time to switch. There we go, good. Almost time to switch. There we go, everybody. All right, time to switch, you guys. Grab water if you need to. Maybe it's a short break. Either way, whatever leg you had up. Opposite leg is up. We are in the final 45 seconds. There we go, guys. There we go. Big time squeezes here, you guys. Final 30 seconds. Let's see what we can do. See if we can push a little bit harder than the last time we did these. Good, good. Squeeze those armpits. We're almost done. Here we go. Stay with me for this final 10 seconds. We're moving. Finish strong. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That is the timer. Great work, everybody. Great work. All right. Awesome workout there today. What we're going to do, you guys, we're going to start by cooling down, lying on our backs. Take a moment if you need to. If you want to walk it off, shake those arms out, grab some water. I know walking in a quick little circle always helps me after a tough set or a tough workout. All right, we're breathing heavy. Now our goal here is to slow that down. So lying on our backs here, we're going to go ahead and address those legs one at a time because we worked them so hard today. Let's start with the knees bent. We're going to kick one leg up towards the sky. Let's take those hands, interlace them behind that leg so the leg can relax in your grip here. So my right leg is up, it's relaxed. I got my knee slightly bent. And from here, we're just going to move from the ankle. So pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, that's going to be kind of our slack. And then when we bring that heel up, we're trying to look for some tension. Now, everyone is different, so you might need to straighten out the knee a little bit or pull the leg in a little bit closer to get your desired amount of tension. We're going to go back and forth with that ankle, kind of flossing some of this tissue that runs from the bottom of our foot to the calves, to the hamstrings, to the glutes, to the back. We're just flossing it back and forth, making sure it can move. After all that work, it's probably feeling nice and loose, or nice and warm at least. Let's do a couple more. Heel up, toe up. Let's bring the heel up one more time. And then relax, bend that knee. Let it come back to the ground. All right, same deal, other side. Let's get that leg up. Hands behind it. We're holding that leg now. It's dead weight in our hands. Knee slightly bent. And then we can start moving from the ankle a little bit here. Toes up towards the ceiling, then it's the heel up towards the ceiling. Taking in some nice deep breaths as we calm it down. Slowly asking the body to lengthen that exhale. Good, one more each way. Toe up, heel up, hold it, and then let's let that knee bend. We can bring it down and relax. By now, we're starting to feel a little bit more calmed down. What we're gonna do now, guys, is transfer into guided breathing. So our guided breathing practice today, the setup, what we wanna do is be in a comfortable position. For me, it's typically lying down on my back, knees bent so the low back isn't too crunched. If legs extended is more comfortable for you or a seated position is more comfortable for you, feel free to explore whatever works best for you here today. And so usually I'm giving you guys parameters on counts, how to breathe. And today we're going to do no numbers. What I want to focus on is your maximum inhale and then the maximum exhale. And when I say maximum, I don't mean trying to forcefully inhale as hard as you can. What we want to do is keep the inhales and the exhales flowing slowly, but we want the maximal volume. I want you guys to try and take in as much air as you can. And this will be a little different from this point in time versus when we get towards the end of the session. It's probably going to lengthen out a little bit more. So again, no force. We don't want to hear ourselves breathing super hard. We want to be breathing relatively quietly. And we can also breathe through the mouth, through the nose, or a combination of the two, whatever is best for you. But as we go, we just want to take in the max inhale and then 1 second longer max exhale. If you guys want to count it out and find out where you're at as far as your count goes, feel free. All right, let's get started. Try and have a hand on the chest or the stomach so we can feel our bellies rise with the inhale and deflate with that exhale. Let's close our eyes. Let everything from our more recent past just slowly wash away. We're thinking about things from earlier this week, things from yesterday, things from today. The power that you have over your breath can do wonders. We're just going to let all of that other stuff of the past wash away with each breath. Imagine your favorite beach with your to-do list or list of stressful things written out in the sand, and the tide is coming in. With each wave, those things written in the sand slowly just wash away. And as you observe this beach of yours, you'll notice how when the writing in the sand washes away, it doesn't happen with just one wave. It's not one decisive wave that wipes the slate clean. It's many. So many that we haven't necessarily kept count. We just know that one wave can't wash all that away in the sand. Feeling the rise and fall of our bellies. After a while, there is no trace of our to-do list or our emails or anything like that in the sand. And as the waves continue to crush in, the sand becomes really smooth in between waves. It's so smooth we can see the reflection of the sun in that smooth, wet sand. And on this beach, you're not the only person there. Periodically, people walk by, leaving their own unique footprint in that smooth, wet sand. And over time, just like our emails and our lists of stressful things, those footprints too wash away with the waves. The waves powered by our deep breaths. Each breath doing a little bit of work to wash away those imprints on the sand. Continuing to breathe at this slow pace, this maximal pace. We can continue to think about this beach and slowly bring a little bit more awareness back to our current surroundings. Continuing to take air in and expel air out. Feel free to stay in the position that you're in, to continue to breathe in this position. As we bring more awareness to our surroundings, we can now realize that it is 12:30. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this class. I hope everyone felt relaxed and ended their week here on a relaxing note. As always, guys, we have the blood drive going on here in the month of June. It's not too late to sign up. We want to see competition between offices, but most importantly, we want to see change and help in our communities, and that's why we're doing the blood drive, to transform lives, to give people blood when they need it the most, especially in the pandemic era where we are at. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, a great weekend. Take care. Coach Louis signing off. I'll see you guys next time.